With 2 straight championships under his belt, Chad Wienen is the rider to beat in the Mountain Dew ATV Motocross Championship. And at round 1, he showed why, sneaking around Joel Hedrick late to take the first moto win. But in Moto 2, the competition proved they will not be pushovers, as John Natale on the lucky number 13 got out front early. And despite the best efforts of Wienen and the rest of the field, they couldn't top the veteran. Natale takes the moto win. Wienen the overall with the adjusted scores. What'll happen next at round 2? The Tour of the South continues for the 2014 Mountain Dew ATV Motocross Championships. Hello, everyone. Jason Wygant, your host of RacerTV, here on MAV TV. Today, the Amsoil Spring National from venerable Muddy Creek Raceway just outside of Bristol, Tennessee. Get a couple hundred riders on hand. Of course we do, because the amateur racing is weaved right into the pro divisions here in ATV Pro Motocross. And as you see the factory teams going to work on their top-of-the-line equipment, you see a lot of the amateur riders trying to get up close and personal, learn from the riders, learn about their equipment, and maybe someday they will be at that level. At the very, very top, it's your Wienen Motorsports Yamaha team. It was 1-2 in the series points last year and got off to a great start last time around. Chad Wienen winning the opener. So what's it going to take to knock off the champ? Well, let's talk to him first and see what his plans are for today.
All right, we had a good first round at Aonia. I mean, you really don't know what to expect coming into the first round, and a lot of hard work paying off, and was able to come out and get the overall win at round 1, and had a good 2-week little break, and we're coming back to Muddy Creek for round 2, and went to Alabama with Keith Littles and rode with Josh Creamer and a couple other guys, and we're just really excited about the weekend. It's looking good. A little bit of weather coming in on Friday, and we're looking good for Saturday. And they made a lot of changes here at the Muddy Creek Raceway, and we're ready to go out there and see what it's all about. And we've been coming to this track for years, and they made some changes, and I'm sure it's going to feel like a whole new track out there. And we're going to see what the Wienen Motorsport team can do this weekend, and put it out there.
Yeah, Sam Gammon and the crew at Victory Sports Racing that promote this thing had to change it all to bring in the bike motocross last year. We'll see how it works for the ATVs when we return. RacerTV is brought to you by Mountain Dew, by Rocky Mountain ATVMC.com, by Can-Am, and by Amsoil. We're back here, time for our Can-Am qualifiers, round 2 of the Mountain Dew ATV Motocross Championship coverage here on MAV TV. This is where the top riders get to go out and strut their stuff. The fastest lap time wins the ATVRiders.com Fast Qualifier Award. A little bit of money on the line, bragging rights, but most importantly, gate position for the first moto, which helps you get better starts, which is certainly everything in the motocross game. Now, at the opener, it was all about Chad Wienen. He put down the fast time, and he did the same thing here. But you have to remember the track will change quite a bit once we get into the motos. There's some classic throwing it sideways style from the 88 of Joel Hedrick. That is his patented move. And it is an opportunity for everyone to show a little more style than they can in the typical motos, where they got to be head down and charging. And it's also a chance for the fans to see what these guys can really do when it's just them against a stopwatch going full out speed, as opposed to the 20-minute motos. Now look at the track conditions here. We had some rain on Friday, but you see that blue groove here, like in this left-hand corner? Track tacking up pretty good. The riders were actually very happy with the course conditions, considering the rain we had taken on leading into the event, and the weather forecast is perfect for our motos. Now, at our last race, the lucky number 13 of John Natale took his ride to victory in Moto number 2. He was up on the podium overall. Let's catch up with him.
All right, down here in Muddy Creek Raceway in Blunteville, Tennessee. Last weekend, we finished second on the box, so we did pretty good last weekend. Expecting to be on the box this weekend for sure, hopefully in the middle spot instead of one of the sides. You know, I'm not real happy with the track this year. It looks like they laid it back a lot and made everything completely easy and don't want to do any work on it. The track is nothing but a highway out there, so not real happy with that, but expect them to go out and do pretty good in the motos. I mean, you know, I guess we all got to ride on the same track, so just get out there and do what we can do.
Oh, wait a minute, some candid comments there from Natalie. Now, on the opposite end of the spectrum, we got the kid, Joel Hetrick. Let's see what he thinks.
We're here at Muddy Creek MX. Came off third at Aonia for last race. Pretty happy about that. Got to stay consistent all year and get on the box. And looking at the track and riding it today was awesome. Got some big jumps, real hard packed. That's what I'm used to. And feeling good. Qualified third. I think that I'll be definitely a contender for the top spot this weekend. If not, get that podium and stay consistent.
And the consistency has been the key for Hetrick. He has shown the speed to run with Wienen, but can he do it each and every moto? We'll find out. Moto 1's next. Racer TV is brought to you by Mountain Dew, by Rocky Mountain ATVMC.com, by Can-Am, and by AMSOIL. Okay, we've had lots of talk. We've watched the riders take to the track. We've discussed the track and the weather conditions. None of that matters now. We're about to go racing. We're going to drop the gate and drop the hammer on moto number 1. Natalie, Hetrick, Wienen on the podium in the opener. We're going to see if anyone can upset these 3 favorites. We'll have Josh Upperman with our Rocky Mountain ATVMC.com onboard camera. Upperman, one of the best starters in the business. Let's see how it goes. Well, not this time. You see the number 20 got bumped coming out of the gate. He is about mid-pack and runs into the back of the 84 of Thomas Brown. And it's Natalie with another hole shot. He has nailed all the starts so far this year. In our last race, our final moto, was able to turn the hole shot into a moto victory. But you see Chad Wienen there in third, already working down the inside. Brad Riley, a new kid in the class. 2-7 Motorsports, Dasa Maxis, and Fireball Racing helping him as he tries to hold off the champ. Natalie, meanwhile, there's that hard pack you're talking about. I think what Natalie was alluding to in his interview is he would like to see them rip the track up a little bit and rough it up. Right now, it is smooth as glass, and traction is really going to be the key. It's almost like an old TT race where they'll be sliding through the corners. Back to Upperman here on the Baldwin Motorsports machine. He's got Hetrick right in front, and Natalie tries to set sail. He's backed by motorsport.com, RRR, Ford, DWT, Walsh Racecraft, and Fox Shocks. Back to Upperman. Hetrick's a good one to follow through. Now Upperman, we normally don't see having to work his way through traffic like this. Natalie is now under fire from Wienen, so Wienen has got around the kid, Brad Riley, and these 2 veterans who both have a bunch of championships between them are going to have a rematch of our previous moto down in Georgia. Here in Tennessee, it's the 13 and the 1 hooking it up. We'll see how much the kid behind them can learn. Riley, I think Josh Creamer on the BCS Can-Am is in this fight as well. Yes, Creamer, I believe, has slid into the number 3 position. And this is where Natalie is so tough. When he gets a hole shot, he's going to make it very difficult on you. Has so much experience. I believe he won his first championship at this level way back in 2005. So you're talking about over a decade, really, of running up front, battling for these wins and titles. He's not easy to pass. Look at Wienen trying to fade to the inside, backing into this corner. Can't make it work. When we had the bike motocross racing here back last summer, now we're on board with Jeff Rastrelli, who's one of the young kids in the class. He's running 9th right now. The bike riders mentioned how narrow the course was. It's all set up on a hillside, so there's only so much you can do. You can't make the course any wider or you're off the side of the hill. And look, these guys are really tightened up in a huge crash. Thomas Brown and Josh Creamer have come together. Rastrelli and the rest of these guys are going to have to roll through this section. You can see both riders are up and okay. Wow, we'll be right back. Racer TV is brought to you by Mountain Dew, by Rocky Mountain ATVMC.com, by Can-Am, and by AMSOIL. Welcome back. Battle for the lead continues here at Muddy Creek. John Natale doing everything he can to hold Chad Wienen off. And then just as we went to break, our third and fourth place riders, Josh Creamer on the BCS Can-Am and Thomas Brown on the Wienen Motorsports Yamaha, tangled in mid-air. Amazingly, both riders are back up and okay, but they are way back in the pack. And there was some serious frustration. You saw Kramer, who was third, pounding on the seat of his machine, putting his fist into it. He was very upset. He knows it's going to be hard to get the points back that he lost in this moto, especially with these two title favorites up front. Now I have to wonder if it's getting frustrating for Wienen here, who's still trying to find a line, but Natale just making it so difficult. But I'd say that's one of the areas, as Hetrick has moved into third, that's one of the areas where Wienen has really improved. He's a lot more patient than he used to be. Still can't figure out a way to make the pass, though. And time is running out. White flag now flying. That's the bomber, the big uphill triple. And I don't think Wienen's going to get it done. Here we go, final corner, no room. And John Natale takes his second straight moto win. And look at Hetrick, really closed up there at the end. Upperman through traffic for fourth, and Rastrelli a solid ride for fifth. And not much time to rest and recover for these riders. We're already set for the second moto. And remember that big crash. There's Thomas Brown. He ended up 11th in that one, so he has a terrible gate pick. He's going all the way to the outside. Josh Creamer was even worse. He was outside the top 15 after that crash. Let's go racing in Moto 2. Natale going to get edged out. Now it's the classic Josh Upperman hole shot, and Wienen, not waiting around, manages to bump and bang his way past Natale in the first corner. That has got to be a sigh of relief for the champ. Meanwhile, Rastrelli going after Natale down the inside. As we saw in the first moto, passing not going to be easy on this track, because as Natale was alluding to, it was pretty smoothed out. So everyone can run one main groove down the inside and try to find some traction. So here is Rastrelli on his Can-Am. He's got Hetrick on a different Can-Am right in front of him. Then it's Natale, Wienen second, and the Baldwin PEP Motorsports Honda of Upperman leading the way. There's the bomber, the uphill triple. And look at the airtime that these riders are able to get. I think Natale hit that harder than anyone as he tries to take advantage. He's hoping this battle up front is going to allow him, and maybe those two Can-Am riders can get in there too. They want to take advantage while Wienen is trying to find an opening on Upperman. And there's the opportunity. Look at Wienen all the way around the outside. And I think he made the pass. Upperman trying to get him back, cannot do it. Now he's going to go to the outside. So, Chad Wienen off to the races out front. Rastrelli and the rest of the field going to have to try to keep the champ in sight. As you see from the Rocky Mountain ATV MC helmet cam, well, there's still action all over this track. Stay with us. RacerTV is brought to you by Mountain Dew, by Rocky Mountain ATVMC.com, by Can-Am, and by AMSOIL. Chad Wienen continues to lead here, round two of the Mountain Dew ATV Motocross Championships. It is a battle. Upperman, Natale, Hetrick, and I think Thomas Brown now sneaking into the fight as well. Don't count out Jeff Rastrelli either. Any one of these riders in the top six would like to finish in the top three and go for the podium. Focused here now on Natale, who is in the number 3 spot, and Hetrick, who's in the number 4 position. Hetrick said the motto this year is consistency. He started the year off last year on fire, winning motos, winning races. He had a mid-season injury, prevent him from having any chance of going after Wienen for the title. So this year he's doing a good job of being steady, but when the champ is out front winning these motos, he's already building himself a bit of a hole to dig out of. There's Rastrelli at the tail end of that group. Got Brown right in front of him. Now Brown trying to go after Hetrick. Hetrick on the Mountain Dew live wire Can-Am, and he just gave up the number 3 spot. Wow, what an aggressive charge, and now Hetrick goes down. Hetrick is down, and look out. Whoa, I thought Rastrelli was going to land right on him. That's the second time today Rastrelli has been in that situation. You had that Brown and Creamer pile up in Moto 1, and now Hetrick, well, so much for the consistency. He's going to give up a ton of points. If he can even get back in this race, he's going to finish way back. We file back to the third place position now. It's still Natali, and Thomas Brown has really found something in the second half of this race. He's trying to make passes. Upperman is second, a little further up the track, and Wienen is gone. Time running out for everyone now. Nice job by Upperman to bounce back from the bad start in Moto number 1. And look at Brown. He wants every point he can get after that disappointing 11th in the first Moto. He's trying to set up Natali. Cannot find an opening. Boy, he is right there all over the 13. There's the inside line he used on Hetrick. Natali going to put the power back down to the ground, though, and pull back away. Well, this is it. You can tell it's the final podium spot up for grabs the way these two are going at it. It's pretty much settled behind them. They are jumping these big single jumps further than ever. Really hitting the ground hard on these landings. They don't care about being smooth at this point. They don't care about being pretty about it. They are just going to push each other all the way to the end. Long way around for Brown to try to take that third place spot. We go back to his teammate up front. It looks like the Wienen Motorsports SSI decals Walsh Racecraft Yamaha is going to take another victory. With Chad Wienen on board, let's see if Brown on a similar machine can get third from Natali. Time running out. They hit the bomber triple for the last time. Meanwhile, the last corner for Chad Wienen, and he bounces back to win Moto 2, and with it, the overall Upperman, Natali, Brown. Second, third, fourth. And it was just crazy right behind him. Look at that battle. Rastrelli just able to hold off Creamer in the Moto, and that allows him to salvage 5th overall behind Hetrick, who recovered for 7th in that one. Not bad considering the crash. Upperman up on the podium along with Natali and Wienen.
Wanted to get that spot up.
First moto, had a second place start, awesome start, and I just came out and John Natali got the whole shot on me. Just kind of played it cool. I was fighting for that top spot, and I just wasn't able to really get a good drive on him. And he was playing it smart, and also, you know, just it's a long championship. And then we came into the second moto, got a really good start again, came out second, and you know, just made a pass on Upperman real quick and was able to get a comfortable gap and just drive my own race. And you know, big hats off to the crew. You know, they made a new track out here for us, and you know, we're really happy with the way everything went this weekend. The whole Wienen Motorsports crew and SSI decals, Walsh Racecraft, Yamaha, Maxxis, great tire company. Really making it hook up out here. It's like concrete. So you know, the tire, definitely the best tire out here this weekend. And you know, big hats off to them. And you know, I'm really pumped on the weekend, extending that points lead, and we'll go into our real break and we'll come back.
Come out in the first moto, had 5th gate pick, was able to yank a whole shot and lead it wire to wire. We led from the first lap right to the checkers. Had a lot of pressure from Chad and a couple of the other guys behind him, but we was able to hold on. Second moto didn't go quite as good. We had obviously first gate pick, and I guess I just picked the wrong gate. We come out third and just held on to third from start to finish. It was a little bit hard track to pass on. It was really hard packed out there and really blue groove. So overall, it works good. We come out with second overall for the weekend and second overall in points.
I had a great weekend. The first race went pretty well. Didn't get off the gate where I wanted to be, but still had a solid moto. I think I came in 4th. Unfortunately, we had two riders go down in the first moto, but it's part of racing, and you know, just kept pushing. And then the second moto, I actually got the whole shot, and we did some different things to the bike, which actually helped out a lot. And you know, pulled the whole shot, stayed off front for a lap, but I was right there behind Chad, and I just tried to follow him, pick his lines up, and get him across the finish line in second. So yeah, all in all, it was a great weekend here at Muddy Creek. So very happy with how things ended.
Well, we're going to end it right here, a little extra track analysis with our Mountain Dew moment. D. Manshak and series announcer Rodney Tomlin.
Hi, I'm D. Manshak, and welcome to the Mountain Dew Moment. We're here at beautiful Muddy Creek, Tennessee. We're out here, and we had some gorgeous racing today, gorgeous weather. It's out here Sunday at the end of the day. Everybody's going. What we're going to talk about today is track conditions. I'm here with Rodney Tomlin. He's the announcer for the series, and he's going to kind of let you guys in on kind of what happened and kind of how the race went out today. But you can see in the background out there, track conditions. We didn't want to till it up because we got some bad weather yesterday. And these guys, I think we had how many entries today?
Oh man, I don't know. It was like 500, some almost 600.
Record setting is what I hear. So we had one of the biggest races they've ever had here at Muddy Creek, Tennessee. And you can see what the rear tires on these bikes did to that track out there today. But unbelievable. I know that Sam Gammon did a super good job changing the track. It was a brand new course for this year?
Oh yeah, it was a brand new course. Last year when we were here, they were doing a few little things. They changed a couple things, like the start was new for us last year and I think one jump. But this year when we came back, every jump in the facility was different except for two, man. I mean, the whole course layout totally different.
That's really cool. And you know, the main thing we came out here to point out, guys, was what that track was going to look like after these quads get out there and tear it up. I know Maxxis and ITP and all these guys supply tires for these kids. We're busy this weekend changing out tires. I saw in the pro class, those guys were down on the line swapping tires out. So when you come out to one of the races and you want to see what kind of setup to get on your bike, watch as the day goes on, especially that pro class and the pro-am class. Those guys will really fill you in on how to set your bike up for your class. We'll see you next time on the Mountain Dew Moment.
Well, thanks, D, and thanks, Rodney. Let's get to our AMSOIL race recap. Moto number 1, a hole shot for John Natale, and he knows what to do when he has the lead. He almost seems to ride better under pressure. Look at how much was being applied by Chad Wienen. It didn't matter. He didn't make any errors. Now, meanwhile, there was a huge crash in a battle for third. Thomas Brown and Josh Creamer luckily were up and okay while Natale held on for the Moto win. In Moto 2, Wienen did not want to have the same thing happen. He bumped his way around Natale in the first turn, then got around Josh Upperman, and from there he set sail. Now watch this, a crash for Joel Hetrick almost gets landed on by Jeff Rastrelli. Upperman was in second, Wienen in the lead. The real battle was for third between Natale and Thomas Brown. Wienen goes on to take the Moto victory, second out of 2 races this year. His title defense off to a roaring start. Thanks for watching. Congratulations to Chad Wienen. For everyone here at RacerTV, I'm Jason Wygant. We'll see you at the next one.